EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Eason. Open man is Ross, complete.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. It's Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Set 18 Gators.
Hey, pick your game up.
Go.
Motion to backfield.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Like,
throwing on first down. Eason. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Terry. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That's it, baby. We got one.
Let's go now.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33. Operating from the gun. Eason. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, let's go.
From the gun, Eason. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
First down, Raiders.
Ready. 10 Lobo. Bravo.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the...
And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Oh, good move. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. 57 to Mike. Mike 57. Yeah, let's get a sack.
Now Mayfield. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
57.
Hey, alert 33.
I got you. I got you. Check, check.
A first down throw from Mayfield. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row and now a pickup of 8.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10.
57. Mike, 57.
Alert, 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 alert.
I'm here all day. Check 50. Check 50.
Run, run, run.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Broncos nothing. Cody Parkey set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I got it. Double time, double time.
Hurry, hurry.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
My touch.
Mayfield now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there.
Hurry. Come on. You better bring it.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Army.
5.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Set up. 90 Wolf.
Check 56. Know your job.
Shoot.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Ready?
To throw on 2nd down. Eason. Well, that'll be caught by Cup. It's the first catch of the game for Cup, and he's got a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
On the double.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Back to you.
Raiders 7, Broncos nothing.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Come on, set. 8, read. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
Why?
Get it.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 6 yards away. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Parkey adds the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
The score, Raiders 14, Broncos nothing.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hurry! Defense! Here we go. Switch!
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And again, the run defense stout this time. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 2nd down now, it's Evans. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 2 yards, good enough for a first. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, Delta.
2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey.
Go.
Check. Lucky.
Rock it. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Eason going deep down, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. Already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Point it right.
They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. He'll have a first down past the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 46 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the...
Oh, now Lindsey lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Mayfield. Rolling to his right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Interception, baby.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll run on first down. It's Evans. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Eason. They'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
47.
Operating from the gun. Eason got a man open. It's Ross. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, Zoo.
Check line 47. Check line 47. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Hard.
2nd and 1. Catch made, it's Moreau. 1:52 to play until halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Eason. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, it's such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
X3, 218, chop.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Undercrush. Pistol.
Shim! Alert 3! Alert 3! Kill!
Kings! My touch!
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
24 is the mic. Go, go, go.
Mayfield looks to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Lindsey going to try to run it in. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ready up.
That's the mic, boy. 47. Check, 47. Man, I got you.
On 1st and 10, Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards, and it's 3rd down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Set, 180. King.
4 down.
Hurry.
That's mine. I got him. 24 is the mic. I'm ready.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Tight end right.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. The open man is Smith. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
24 is the mic. Watch the slant. Check 31.
Tighten up.
Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield, screenplay, McKinnon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Mayfield to throw it. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
I got one.
Operating from the gun. Eason, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 1st down, Eason. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley to the pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Now a carry for Lindsey. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Throwing, Mayfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
LaMarcus Joyner there defensively.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're going with Lindsey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Check. Shit. 25. Check.
Alert.
Check.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Defense focus. Alert 16. Alert 16. Single.
From the 17, Mayfield to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Mayfield. He's got his tight end Fant, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Lindsey. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Mike,
Regular.
you can't block me. You can't block me.
Second and 4. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
49, check 49, check 49.
Check it out, Rick.
Run.
Check 3.
Hurry.
Lindsey going to try and run it in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up second and 8 at the 29.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on second and 8. Here's second and 8. Over the middle, complete. It's Terry. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On first down, Evans. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Ready. 18 Gator.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Looking to throw on second down. Eason firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Eason. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Being chased out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up. Switch it.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down and 4, Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 24. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
On the set.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Got it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Ready.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Ready. 30 base.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for Oakland, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.